Recently, Canva had its major event, which is the Canva Create, and a lot of updates were announced. So in this video, I'm just going to be giving my first impressions on most of the updates that were launched during the Canva Create event. So let's jump straight into it.
Presentation, wow, with Canva, you can amaze the crowd. Want to brainstorm? Put your pencils down. Online whiteboards, ideas all around. Coming in hot with a Canva doc. Docs to decks, I like it a lot. Design a website quick in minutes. Canva videos too, one-stop shop. You can design with ease, print with free delivery. Make your work feel like a breeze. Beautiful templates, yes please. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can get the job done, play and have fun. What will you design today at canva.com?
Hey everyone, Benjamin here, a verified Canva expert based in Ghana. If this is your first time on this channel, look, make sure to subscribe because this is the best thing you can do this year. And also, if you're an OG, massive respect to you. I really appreciate you for the continued support. So yes, let's dive straight into it and let's check the updates. So the first update that was announced was the magic design.
Can I get a drum roll, please? Introducing Magic Design.
And when Canva announced this, I was so interested in it, and I actually have also taken the time to check things out and to test how the whole thing works. And I think it's really impressive. But let me just show you how the whole thing works, just in case you haven't tried it out yet. Okay, so make sure you are on Canva, and you can even just start from selecting any of the new features over here. Okay, but let's say you are new and you don't even know what's happening. Just come to create a design, okay, and you should be able to import any file at all. Okay, so once you do that, Canva should open your window. Okay, so I'll just go into my downloads first of all. Okay, so downloads, then I can just choose any image of my choice. So just for the sake of this, I'm just going to use this ice cream we have over here. Okay, so after you select your image, a pop-up should appear on your screen, and you should have two options: use InDesign and add to a template. So if you want to use the magic design feature, what you need to do is to choose the add to a template. Okay, so I'll just select that, and it should create some designs for us just off the bat. And here we can see Canva is trying to create something for us, but this is not all. You can actually customize some of these things. Okay, so let's see some of the things you can customize. So we have media. Okay, so if you choose, you can add extra files. Okay, you have style over here, so we can also customize the colors and fonts. So we can choose this to see how the whole thing is going to look like. Then we click on see results, so you can see that there's been an update on our design. Then the headline, so I just want to say Tuesdays are for ice cream. Now I just click on see result, and you can see it's been updated. So this is how magic design is actually going to work. And another thing you can also do is you can choose among the categories, or maybe we are looking for an Instagram post. We can come into Instagram post and choose any of the options. There are so many options over here we can actually choose from. So that's the other thing you can do. So this is with magic design. So one of the amazing features that was introduced was the magic edit.
I'm excited to introduce magic edit.
Magic edit, when I saw it, I was like, I think this is very interesting, because now Canva is going to do a lot of the work for we the designers, and I think this is a very good idea as well, even though it can be improved. But first of all, this is just my first impression. Let's take a look and see how the whole thing works. So make sure to come to create a design, and I think we'll stick to one of them now. I'll just choose Instagram post so that we just use this for all of our testings. Okay, so what we'll first of all do is to come to photos, and in photos I'm going to choose any photo of my choice. So I can just maybe select this, since we have an object over here, and I will set it as background. Okay, so let's see how the whole thing works. So click on your image, come to edit photo, and you should see magic edit. Okay, so once you select magic edit, the first thing you need to do is to brush over the image. Okay, so this is what I want to change. I think the size is too small, so I'll make it bigger. Okay, then I'll just brush all of this part of it. Okay, then I just come to continue, and continue. We now have the option to replace whatever we've selected, and I think I would want to replace it with an old TV so that we can see what Canva can do. Okay, so I will come in and just say old TV. Okay, then generate, and wow, this is beautiful. I think this is beautiful because looking at how real this looks makes it amazing to me, because look, I even see some shadows, some slight shadows somewhere here. This is beautiful. I think this is beautiful. I love this. It looks very real. Wow. this is amazing. I love it. I think I love this. I really love the results. Okay, so I think with this is going to make it much easier, because sometimes there are photos you might have, and certain parts of the photos you just wish you could replace them with something. Usually this is possible in Photoshop, but in Canva it's a little bit tedious. But with this new feature, I think it does the work for you. So you just have to select that area and tell Canva what to replace it with, and it does all the work for you. And from what we've seen, it's really amazing. It's really amazing. But if you're also not satisfied, you can still tell Canva to generate new results, and that should be the work. It would keep doing that until you get the perfect result. I think this is amazing. I really think this is amazing. So another thing Canva announced was Translate.
For businesses, one of the biggest challenges can be rolling out assets across different markets. So, to help your designs bridge language barriers, I am thrilled to be launching Translate.
Means that you can now translate any text at all in your design to another language. This is something I haven't done before, but I think it's also something new we can do, so that when you are creating content for an international audience and they speak maybe a different language, you can easily do translation in here instead of now going to Google Translate, translating, copy paste. Everything can be now done in-house, and what I mean is in Canva. So let's see how the whole thing works. Okay, yeah, so I just come to discover Translate and try it out, because I haven't tried it out yet, and this looks interesting. Okay, so what Canva is telling us is that we can now translate this to any language at all. Okay, so we have hello here. I have it selected. Okay, so over here it's saying automatically detect the text. Okay, so it will just detect the language, and we can translate it to any language. So let me just choose Bulgarian. I saw Bulgarian somewhere here. Okay, so we just choose that and apply to page 1. Okay, then translate. This actually works like Google Translate, because Google Translate also gives you the option to automatically detect and all that. Canva is trying to make everything unique. So even if it's going to infuse Google Translate into this, I think it's still amazing, because in this case, you don't have to do the extra work of leaving Canva, doing your browser and doing all of that things. So you can now do everything inside of Canva, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. Canva has done the work for us, as you can see over here. And if you want to find where the translate is, just make sure you are scrolling down. You should see it here. If you don't, make sure to come into apps and just search for it over here. All of the other apps and other features can be found in here, so make sure to find it from there. But yeah, that is with Magic Translate, and let me know what you think about this feature, especially in the comment section. Now we have BeatSync.
Now when it comes to making captivating videos, what's one of the most important ingredients to get right?
It's gotta be the music.
That's right, Joe. The music is the heartbeat to any great piece of content. That's why I am so excited to introduce. Can I get a drum roll? BeatSync.
Look, when I heard this in Canva, I was so annoyed at myself, and not for the bad reason, but for a good reason, because a week or two before, I'd already made a video tutorial on how to edit a certain a dance video in Canva.
You can't manage this, can't break this, boy, I'm funded. Gotta keep my distance when you not 100. But the same will say they love you, late and funny. You can't match my energy, and yeah, you know it. Way too cold, yeah, man, I'm way too cold. Way too cold, yeah, man, I'm way too cold. Way too cold, yeah, man, I'm way too cold. Yes, I meant it, yeah, man, I'm way too cold. Hey, I'm a problem when I'm on top like this. This why this on the flow. Hey, gotta keep my fur coat close, cause I'm a boss and I'm way too cold. I don't really wanna come ask me why I gotta act like this. Tell them that my pocket too swollen, they already know I'm a flex with a bag like this. Like, I'm at the top and that's little.
And I was just so annoyed because in that particular tutorial, I was just talking about how I love to edit my videos to the beats of any audio I am using. And funny enough, Canva has made it so easy, and I was like, man, what is this? This is so annoying to me. But it's all good. Let's see how we can use this in Canva. So this is the video I made in Canva, and it's a long video, 37 seconds, and I actually enjoyed working with it. So now let's see how we can use the BeatSync feature. Select your audio, come to BeatSync. It should be over here at the top, and we can see we have two options: sync now and display beat markers. So just in case you want to do this manually, you can just click on the toggle and everything would be appearing over here. So you can see that markers have been placed on all the major beats in our audio. Okay, but if you want Canva to do this automatically for you, all you need to do is to click on this sync now, and it will analyze the audio and do all of the work for you. This is something I have done already, so nothing new is going to be done because I did it already. So that's how to use it, and I think this is a very cool feature because now it would make video editing so easy inside of Canva. You don't have to stress too much to produce any video in Canva, and I'm very sure Canva is gradually building up on the video editing aspect of it, so that at a point you can actually be able to produce a full video inside of Canva. Now it's even possible already, so I think Canva is actually doing a great job. I love this. Another feature I was like, well, this is interesting, was the draw. And what I actually loved about it was how they announced it during the Canva Creates event. The little children saying, "We want draw," and it really stood out to me, and I love it.
Once upon a time, tens of thousands of years ago in fact, the earliest known drawings were made on the walls of caves in France, Spain, and Indonesia. Us creators have come a long way since then. Over the centuries, we've invented the mighty pen, paint, pixels, and other epic tools like Canva. But despite all the tech at our fingertips, that human instinct to draw is timeless, let alone lots of fun. We love making lines, circles, squares, and scribbles. Being free to explore, express, and flex outside the box. So, the Canva community and me made our wish loud and clear for all the clever engineers to hear. We want to draw! We want to draw! We want to draw! We want to draw!
Wow, our future leaders have spoken.
Let's check what this new feature is all about. So make sure to, I think we will just go back into this part of it so that we just avoid creating so many blank pages. Okay, then we will see draw over here. Okay, once you select it, we should have some options over here. So once you click on it, first of all, oh my god, I want to, okay, so I'll just change my background to white first of all. Okay, then I come to draw. Okay, then once we have it, we can now choose any of these markers. So we have this over here. We can now do so many things as well. But I think for the Canva draw, it would be very difficult to use your mouse for it. You'd actually need a digital pencil and all of the things. I think I have one. Let me just take it. Hold on. Yes, so this is mine. I know the box is nasty at the moment, but this is how the whole thing looks like. Okay, so I just have to connect this to the tablet. Okay, it's a digital pencil tablet. Okay, so I connect the cable to my computer and I can be able to use it effectively. And I tested it before, and one thing I think can be improved is if Canva can be able to recognize the pressure, because at the moment, whatever you do, no matter the pressure you are mounting on it, it's still going to give you the same stroke. But it's all good. You can now use the magic draw inside of Canva. So let's see, you can choose other markers as well, which is very cool. And you can customize the colors. I think this is actually a very cool thing you can do. You can also change the settings, so depending on how thick or how transparent you want, you can just do all of that over here. So yeah, this is all about the magic draw. My thought about it, it's a good update. It's something that can be improved, like I said, adding the extra functionality where Canva can be able to notice the pressure coming from these digital pencil and tablets. Okay, so I think that's the extra thing Canva can do to make this mind-blowing. Now, one thing that was amazing to me was the magic eraser, because look how easy this is going to make things look. Maybe you're taking a photo of yourself and there are certain things in your photo you just don't want to have in there. You can use the magic eraser to clear those things out of it. So let's see how the whole thing works. So I will come into my photos again and choose any photo at all, and I'll first of all search for any photos. So I'll maybe search for crowd, okay, where we have so many things going on. Okay, so in this case I can easily easily remove something and it would be so obvious. Okay, so we have so many things over here, and we would want to remove a few things from our image. Okay, so I would select my image, come to edit photo, and we have the magic eraser in here. Okay, so all we need to do is to brush over a certain area of our photo. Okay, so I don't want this black thing over here, so I'll select it. Canva is just going to do the job. It's going to remove it, and we can see it's been removed fantastically. Okay, but now let's select a whole human being to see if Canva can actually do a good job. So I would increase the brush size, okay, and select this guy. I just don't want him in here, so I'll just select him just to clear him out of it, and let's see what Canva can actually do. Well, I think Canva has done something, and it still looks realistic, but not entirely, because if you take a second look at it, all these people have faded out, which is understandable because yes, we couldn't see it, and Canva hasn't reached that level where it can automatically draw legs and attach to these people, but it's been able to remove the guy completely, and you can see that even with this line it continues, which makes it fantastic. It's a good job, and this is a very cool feature. I would rate 10 over 10 because with what I've seen and the result, it's amazing. I like it. My honest review about it. Yeah. Now let's talk about animations.
Matt, what's up with the...
Well, Joe, I've got to be careful with this one because what we're unwrapping next is unbelievable. I am delighted to introduce Create an Animation.
This is something I was so amazed because I had no idea Canva would ever incorporate this. But already we had these animations where Canva just animates your text and all of that for you. But to the point where you can now create your custom animation inside of Canva, that is the mind-blowing aspect of it. And let's see what this is all about. So just click on create an animation and it should open a new window for you like we've seen over here. Okay, now I want us to use this feature. Okay, and what is interesting about this is I don't know, but this is impressive. I think it's honestly impressive. So let's see how to animate the whole thing. So click on the element you want to animate and then come to animate. Okay, you should see this option over here which says that create an animation. I'll just select it, then we can move the ball. So let's say I kick the ball. This is how I want the ball to enter, and we can see Canva is doing the animation for us. We can create a smooth animation with the movement styles. You can keep it original, you can create a smooth animation, you can keep it steady as well. Okay, and you can also orient the element to the path, which means that depending on how the path is, the element would keep rotating to make it look real. Okay, and this is something when I used to be strong in my motion graphic field, I just love doing that, so that when, let's say, a car, for example, if the car is moving on maybe a particular path like we have in here in Canva, you wouldn't want the car to be moving even when there's a path. You'd want it to go that way. I hope you understand the whole thing. Yes, so that is the orient element to path, just to make the elements keep adjusting and rotating, just to make it look real along the path. Okay, so yeah, just a cool feature, and if I'm to rate this at this point, I can give it 6 over 10. My honest review. It was announced that now with the text to image feature, it's been improved, and from the beginning, when Canva announced this feature, I think last year it was available even last year, but I just wasn't a fan of it because most of the results it was giving me, and I just didn't like it. But now, has my mind changed? Let's take a look at it.
Since launching last year, our community has been having a lot of fun transforming their ideas from text to image.
Yes, thanks to this fun feature, finding that perfect image to fill your content calendar or visualizing a quick mock-up to illustrate your point is never impossible. But now you can do even more with text to image and unlock new corners of your imagination wherever you're designing. You now have 19 different styles to choose from and the ability to generate images in landscape, square, or portrait.
Before the event today, we asked our audience here to pluck anything from their imagination, describe it to us, and we'd bring it to life right now.
So what you need to do is to come to apps. In apps, we have the text to image. Okay, so let's type something in here. So I'll say African man, okay, walking in water in a shiny armor and holding A basket. Oh Lord, basket. Okay, so I have entered this. Is Canva going to impress us? Let's take a look. So I'll click on create your image and we should see what Canva can do. Ooh, this is impressive. Looking at it, I think this is really impressive because from what I said, African man walking in water in a shiny armor, and this is what Canva has been able to produce. Wow. Yes, my answer is yes. I love this. I think Canva has killed it. With this, I'm impressed. I am really, really impressed on all of this because yeah, I love it. Now we have layout and styles. What is this? What does it do? Let's check it out.
I've got just the thing to make sure your presentations always look put together.
We love a makeover.
Yeah, what have you got for us?
Well, you know that feeling when you've been deep into creating a presentation, document, or website, and no matter how long you spend moving things around and trying different images, colors, and fonts, you still can't get it to look right?
We sure do.
Well, styles and layouts are waiting in the wings whenever your work needs a glow up.
So first of all, let's come to presentation. So I'll just search for presentation and I'm going to choose any of the options over here. So I'll just choose any of the options. I'll choose this one and we can see already this is looking very beautiful. Okay, but what if I wasn't impressed and I wanted something more? We have the styles in terms of colors. We can just choose any of these colors over here. So even from a recent design I made, Canva can pick colors from there and you see it applies this beautifully on your design. Okay, so you can keep clicking and it will shuffle the colors until you get what you are interested in. That is number one. Number two, let's check how the layout gets to work if it's going to be impressive. Alright, so if I come to layout, okay, Canva should suggest a number of layouts for us. Okay, and the question is, are we going to love it? And we can see there are so many layouts over here. I don't like this one. This one also is cutting the head of the guy, but in the original one, like we can see, the head of the guy was showing. So I don't know why it's cutting out the head of the guy. But you know, I think aside that, it's making some interesting suggestions for us in terms of the layout, and I think this is also cool. The only thing is that I don't understand why it's cutting out the head of the image, because if we gave a full image, it should be able to work with that instead of like taking some part of that stuff off. And I'm not saying Canva can do better, it can actually do better, and I'm very sure they would continually to improve on this. Okay, but for now it's not really meeting my expectation. So yeah, that is it. Yeah, anyway, so I just hope Canva would come up with more layout. You know, as of now, it's giving 1, 2, 3, 4 options. I think a 10 would be cool so that we can just look through. And I know it's a lot of work, but they can do it. I trust them. Yeah. So let's check the next feature.
What's the one part of the process we like the least? The dreaded blank page. Design always begins with you, the creator. But we know that the first step of getting started can feel really overwhelming. And that's why we've been busy working on some new tools to smooth the way and get you from the blank page to a finished design faster than ever before.
And I think it's true. Canva is actually trying to do that. They're trying to make sure you and myself, we don't stare at the blank pages for a very long time. So they're trying to make things easier for us in terms of Magic Presentation. So let's see how the whole thing works. So first of all, click on try out Magic Presentation and we'll just try it out because we would love to see what Canva can do. Okay, so you should see this option over here and I'll just say a presentation, okay, on how to use design principles effectively. This is all I want. Canva, this is all I'm trying to say. You should do it for me. Now let's see what Canva can be able to do. So it's creating something beautiful for us. And well, drum roll please. Beautiful. I think this is very interesting. Canva has been able to create a first draft for us. And don't take this as the final thing. It's just a first draft. What you need to do is to build upon it, and this is something I can say 9 out of 10. because it's a very great job. Like now you don't have to do things from scratch. Canva can literally start for you and you have to create everything. Okay, so if you like it, just come to create my presentation, and here it is. We can really improve on this, and I think this is very beautiful. And one other thing Canva announced that I want to add on this is Magic Write. Okay, initially it was only available in Canva Docs, okay, when it was announced, but now Magic Write has been applied to all other design modes inside of Canva. So whether you are designing the presentation, whether you are designing Instagram stories, Instagram carousels, Instagram posts, banner, whatever it is, you can now use Magic Write. And let's see how to access that. Okay, so come to the Canva Assistant over here, which is also a new feature, and you should see Magic Write. Okay, so if you choose it, you can now say anything at all you want to say, and it would also do that for you. So I can just say tips to creating a cohesive Instagram page, and I'll just press enter, and Canva should do the work for us. So let me create a new page and drop this here, and we can see Canva has really created something fantabulous for us. Okay, so this is something I think I love, the fact that you can now use Magic Write on all other design modes inside of Canva. I'll give this a 10 over 10. Okay, so yeah, Canva is doing amazing. All right. And there were some extra things that were announced in Canva in terms of applying gradient to shapes, which I've made a video about. I think you should check that one out. And also working with layers. Did you know you can now use layers in Canva? They actually touched on it briefly, and this is what they said about it.
Here is what you have been waiting for, Rochelle. Layers are here.
Ask and you shall receive. Canva makes it easy to view, manage, and arrange all the layers in your design in one place.
Alright, so with layers, what you can do is you can now right click on any element at all, come to layer and show layers. Okay, you can see over here that all the layers have been shown. You can also rearrange them according to how you want them to look. Okay, and yeah, so I think I love this. It's a very cool feature. Initially it was only available in Photoshop and Illustrator, but now we have it in Canva, and I am so interested in this. I'm going to be using this feature a lot more. So in my next design tutorials, you should be seeing the layer panel opened while I'm designing, and I think this is very interesting. I'll give it this a straight 10 over 10 because it's something I have been looking forward to a long time, because when I used to create designs with so many elements, it was very difficult to sometimes select one element and make the changes, especially when the element is behind. But with this, straight up, you can now select them and make your edits. Very cool and very interesting. So yes, these are some of the amazing features that were announced in the Canva Create event. Let me know your thought about these features in the comment section below. The name is Benjamin, and always remember, there is no limit to creativity, and I shall see you in my next video. Peace out.